Reddit is home to some absolutely abhorrent opinions, but today we're going to be taking a look at the worst of the worst from the subreddit r/the10th dentist. I put a daily alarm for 2:59 on weekdays. I'm guessing this is 2:59 in the morning. You wake up at 2:59 in the morning. What? To get 8 hours sleep, that means you need to go to bed at 7 p.m. Are you joking? Stay with me now. Sleep kind of sucks. No, it doesn't. Sleeping is really enjoyable. That much is true, but you don't experience the sleep. You just lay in bed until poof, you're now awake. No, you don't. You dream. You dream and stuff. I had one of my friends tell me something really sad the other day. He told me because he smokes weed so much and so often that he just doesn't dream anymore. And I've heard this like sort of fact corroborated by other people. Like apparently, if you smoke so much weed, you just stop dreaming. And I was just like, that is so sad. It's like that's like the best thing ever, being able to dream. It's the worst on weekdays because you can't even just lay in bed enjoying the fact you've slept. Therefore, every weekday I set an alarm for the middle of the night so I can wake up, lay in bed a little and go to sleep again. It's nice. You're a psychopath. What? Also, it's set to 2:59 because setting my alarm at a rounded number makes me really uncomfortable for some reason. Yeah, there's something wrong with you, mate. Also, edit. Found out my sister does this too. Must be hereditary. What? You wake yourself up purposefully at 3 a.m. so you can go, oh, good, I'm allowed to have a bit more sleep. What? Oh, in this video, we're gonna decide whether I agree with these opinions or not. Or like, because this isn't even really an opinion. This is just like something he does that is mental. Yeah, I don't agree with this. Artists shouldn't perform their own songs at live concerts. I think that's why people go to see artists, to see them perform their songs. If I see a band or something, why would I want to hear the same song I've blasted on repeat over and over again? Because you're seeing that artist live. What? Every live concert should just be new songs, remixes of old songs, or different versions of their own songs, or hell, even covers of other songs. What? How would the experience even be remotely unique if they just sing the shit we already know? Because it's a different experience when you're live to when you're just listening to it on Spotify. Sure, you can spare time for your one iconic song, but don't spam us with the whole set list of stuff we already have. What a mental thing to say. What a stupid thing to say. No, I don't agree with that. Cousin relationships shouldn't be considered taboo. Oh man, I have a story. Okay, that probably sounds bad when I say I've got a story about this. I have a story about someone telling me off for saying cousin relationships are bad and you shouldn't be in a relationship with your cousin. I'll try and find the email now, but I still think about it every now and then. Found it. Okay, right. I'm not going to show the guy's name. He might still watch my videos. Right, I'm sorry. This guy, he seems really well-meaning, but what he's saying is just absolute fucking nonsense. So he sent me an email. Please read out of context Britain 14 racism flag. I was like, oh my God, what have I done? Have I accidentally said something horrifically racist? Hello, George's management. Just need to flag up that maybe someone should listen to the BBC podcast about cousins marrying. I'm not going to do that. TLDR, the attitude George showed is pretty massively racist. This is in response to me saying, I can't remember exactly what I said, but it was basically going, oh yeah, no, you probably shouldn't marry your cousin. That's not massively racist. I know it's part of like some cultures. That doesn't mean I automatically have to go, oh yeah, that's fine. To say that is fucking hell, I still can't believe this. Just the absolute fucking cojones to email me saying I've been pretty massively racist because I said cousins probably shouldn't marry. Not even probably. They definitely shouldn't marry. What the fuck? But yeah, to email me saying I've been pretty massively racist because I said you shouldn't shag your cousin is just insane. It is the definition of woke nonsense. I just wanted to flag this up as I like his content, even though I'm way out of the target age demographic. And I think he'd be upset that he's displayed an ignorant perspective. No, I'm not. And I doubt he'd have done that if he did know the background info. I don't fucking care about the background. Being honest, right? I don't fucking care. Don't shag your cousin. Don't shag your relatives. As I said, I understand it's a part of some cultures, but you don't, just because it's a part of someone's culture doesn't mean you automatically have to go, oh yeah, that's fine. Am I going to get told off for saying this? I don't know. I don't care. Am I going to get told off for being right? And look, I have respect for everyone and their cultures. It's just shagging your cousin. I can't get behind that. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry to the people out there who are going to have a go at me and call me pretty massively racist. I can't get behind that. I don't think that makes me I'm sorry. That fucking wording on that. I know this has been years. This was emailed to me about fucking 3 years ago. I am not over it. Fuck off. Just fuck off. More than happy to help out with any other cancellation protection you might need. Fuck off, twats. No, he is not. He came across nice. It is just fucking nonsense, though. Sorry if you're still watching my videos, mate, but this is absolute fucking nonsense. Anyway, let's hear this person out. For most of human history's cousin marriage wasn't just accepted, it was preferred. Royal families did it, yeah, and look at how they turned out. I'm sorry, look at some of, like, the older older members of the royal family. They're fucked. So you see, what's it, the king with the big jaw? I should Google king with fucked jaw. Yeah, this geezer. King Charles II of Spain. Nobel Prize winners did it. Charles Darwin married his cousin. Einstein married his cousin. You like fancy European history? Well, guess what? Half of those kings and queens were basically recycling the same 5 surnames. Yeah, but we've moved on from that, mate. We probably understand genetics a bit better than we did hundreds of years ago. We understand now that shagging your cousin has consequences. But now in our so-called progressive society, you date your cousin one time and suddenly you're a social pariah. Yes! Make it make sense. Let's address the elephant in the family reunion. Fuck off. Just don't fuck your cousin. There's so many other people you can fuck. Don't fuck your cousin. But the genetics, first of all, calm down, Gregor Mendel. I don't know who that is. The risk of birth defects from cousin marriages is only slightly higher than in the general population. It's around 4 to 6% compared with 3 to 4% for random couples. That's still higher. That's still a good few percent higher. That's barely a difference. It's still a difference, though. Don't fuck your cousin. My God. Jesus Christ. What, mate? What are you doing that makes you write a whole essay on Reddit about how much you want to fuck your cousin? Oh, it only slightly increases the chances of your child being born with birth defects. What are you talking about? You know what does cause way more genetic issues? People having kids at 40 years old. And yet, where's the outrage at that? It's gross. Oh, so love is love, except for when my soulmate happens to share some of my... Mate! When my soulmate happens to share some of my DNA, try again. If 2 consenting adults want to build a life together, why does it bother you? If we're going to be out here supporting all relationships, let's be consistent. I think when people say love is love, they're mainly referring to, like, gay people. Not people trying to fuck their family members. Bloody hell. But it's illegal in some places. So is doing marijuana, dancing, and owning a goldfish in some parts of the world. Yeah, but none of those involve fucking your relatives, do they? Doesn't mean those bans make sense. Half of the US allows cousin marriage. Meanwhile, in some places, you can marry your step-sibling and no one bats an eye. I'd say that's less weird. I'd say actually marrying your step-sibling is less weird because they're not actually related to you. But anyway, that's fucking mental. No, I don't agree with that. I don't know if you could tell by my very long rant about this and the email I received 3 years ago. That email is part of the reason I just don't bother reading my emails. I just sack it off to someone else to read my emails most of the time. No, just shag people that aren't your family members. Bloody hell. But that shouldn't be a controversial thing to say, and I don't think it is. I think it was just that one person that took issue with it, and it sent my head to Mars. I love the smell of piss on the street in some... What the Where am I? This is the worst subreddit, the 10th dentist. I love the smell of piss on the street in some... What is wrong with you? That hot pee smell in summer, those faint traces of cigarette smoke lingering in the air. It reminds me of my vacations in Rome and Paris. Yeah, to be fair, Paris just absolutely fucking reek of piss. And Madrid long ago. It's a very nostalgic scent. It's comforting and soothing. It's one of my favorites. No, go away. No, shut up. So this person prefers the latter. So on the left, we have restaurants which are like, I guess these are from the 2000s. And then on the right, we have the newer ones. I mean, I've never seen a McDonald's in the UK that looks like this, so I will just go for this. Because that one looks like a headache going into. Like, you got a kids' play area. If I just want a quick bite, I'm not going to go in there. Can't be asked. I just can tell there's going to be screaming children by the layout of it. This one, probably still going to be screaming children, but it looks more approachable. Yeah, Pizza Hut have fucked it. Pizza Hut's supposed to be a place where you go, sit in, have your pizza. It just looks like a fucking car showroom. Cracker Barrel, no idea what that is, but it looks like a hardware store now. And Taco Bell, we've only recently just got Taco Bell in the UK. None of them look like this, although that one does look very friendly. Do I agree with this person? Nah. Not really. I don't. These have more. The ones on the left have more charm. No, come on. Anxiety's a better song than Somebody I Used to Know. No, it is not. I hate it. I don't listen to the radio very often, but if I'm in the car and the radio's on and I hear the da 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 da. No, how's it go? Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. I'm like, banger. And then you hear like, my anxieties. It's like, shut up. Like, it's something that pisses me off so much, I turn over the radio channel. It gives me the mental stimulation equivalent of blue balls. I hate it. Hot take, Anxiety is a better song than Somebody I Used to Know. Yeah, it borrows the same vibe, but it actually pulls it off in a way that feels more real and less gimmicky. No. Gotcha's track only blew up because it was quirky at the time, then got milked to death on every radio station. Anxiety hits harder, feels more relevant, and honestly deserved the success that's like, no! Absolutely not. What? Okay, so this is another bit of this person's justification. If somebody that I used to know came out today, it wouldn't even crack TikTok. I don't think that should be the fucking benchmark for making a good song. That shouldn't be the benchmark for it. Oh, it wouldn't even like make a good TikTok. You wouldn't even be able to do like TikTok dance to it. What? I would support transracial people. This is another example of just nonsense. Just absolute nonsense. This is talk referring to those who would identify as a different race and not by those adopted by parents of differing race. I'm considering this as a 10th dentist opinion because last time I saw a post about this topic, I did not see many people accept the concept of them because it's fucking mental. More attacking the argument presented or defending the argument itself. I would support transracial people's attempt to transition provided that it was one-to-one with the trans experience. You can't... No, I'm not reading any more of this. This is rage bait. No, you cannot change your race. It doesn't work like that. As a straight man, vaginas are badly optimized interfaces, and I would prefer them evolutionarily eradicated. Mate, look how... I'm not reading this. Look how long this is. But no, I don't... What the fuck? They're badly optimized interfaces. Shut up. Bed sheets on a bed is pointless, annoying, and doesn't even feel nice. I'm posting here to test how unpopular this opinion is. I've been told that no sheets on a bed is unsanitary, and maybe it's... Wait, so you just sleep on a mattress? And maybe it is not that I care enough to put goddamn sheets on my bed. A naked mattress is so satisfying and smooth to lay on, plus depending on the type of mattress you get, it's fun and satisfying to feel the different textures of the design of the mattress. What? No. You can't effectively clean a mattress. So you're sleeping there in the summer, sweating all over a mattress. It's gonna reek. You gotta bung your duvet and bed sheets in the wash every week or two. How are you going to do that with a mattress? You sponge cleaning the mattress. That and the heavy smoothness of thick comforters or duvets if you're British is divine. The textures of the bare mattress and the comforters together reminds me of a smooth and fluffy cake or crepes without yucky crumbs. Adding sheets into the mix doesn't feel very nice to me, and I can't explain why. Maybe because it takes away from the sensory awesome... Oh, mate, I don't want that. Oh, fuck. I actually can't bear the feeling of like a bare mattress on my skin. I don't know what it is. I just can't bear it. No, I don't. I firmly do not agree. Wiping your butt with your hand instead of toilet paper is more efficient, environmentally friendly, and objectively the right thing for us humans to do. No, it's not. No, it isn't. Even without bidets, let me... Okay, right. Bidets are the way to go, man. Like, ever since getting back from Japan, I've been craving one of those toilets. One of those toilets where you just press it and water shoots up your ass. I don't know why they haven't become a thing in the West as much. Paper made of trees has been a product of destruction for quite some time now. Dare I say... Oh, mate, you stink. We should wipe our asses with our hands instead of toilet paper because paper comes from trees. You stink. I'm not even hearing this person out. No, you're wrong. Don't wipe your ass with your hands. Fuck again. Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine, like, meeting someone for the first time, shaking their hand, and then they drop that bit of law on you. You know, I actually think it's actually our moral obligation to wipe our asses with our bare hands. I prefer when people leave their pee on the seat. I see a lot of other women complaining about hoverers and how they splash pee on the seat, and that it's a basic courtesy to wipe it off before leaving. That sounds disgusting to me. If the bathroom is clean enough, I'll sit. But if I can see someone else's pee on the seat, or the bathroom looks like it's not been cleaned well / regularly, you better believe I'm hovering. I actually appreciate that they left the pee there, so I can see that it's dirt. Okay, right. I think this is a really stupid way of determining if a bathroom is dirty or not. Yeah, it's just a completely illogical way of determining if a bathroom is dirty or not. So, no, I don't agree with that. I've never liked a single movie in my entire life. They are all terrible. Just gonna list some categories and movies I've seen. They've listed like a load of movies here. Some of them are really, really, really good. Shawshank Redemption, arguably the best film ever made. Django Unchained, Interstellar, Grand Budapest Hotel, Class, Wolf of Wall Street. How can you not like the Wolf of Wall Street? I know it's like proper alpha male movie, but it's so you cannot not like the Wolf of Wall Street. It's so good. I guess 2 hours isn't enough for me to care about a story or something because I'm perfectly fine with TV and books. I don't agree. No, I don't agree. I just finished watching the Robbie Williams monkey movie this morning. That movie has no business being as good as it is. It's surprisingly really well made. It's not the best movie I've ever seen. Not the best movie I've seen all year, but it is good. Like, it is a really surprisingly good movie. Five Guys isn't actually that expensive. Five Guys is actually priced pretty normally. They just give you more food than other places. Okay, right. I don't need to read the whole sort of like breakdown of it. Weirdly, I'm going to sort of agree. Like, Five Guys isn't supposed to be like your run-of-the-mill fast food place where you get a burger, chips, and drink for like £7. It's a proper space. I'd say it's almost like Nando's tier. It is Nando's tier. It might even be above that. Five Guys burgers are the best. They're sick. They're such good burgers. They're the best burgers I think you can get at like almost like a, I know I said it's not fast food, but at like a, you know, a quick food restaurant. It's the best burger you can get at like a chain. I don't really eat there because the chips are cooked in peanut oil, so I just can't really get a full meal. It'd be like I buy a burger and a hot dog and it just feels wrong. But yeah, I will agree. Five Guys is expensive. It is expensive, but for what it is, I'd say it's it's like £10 for a burger, right? It is expensive, but it's so good, it's worth it. How is this on the 10th dentist? People who have kids, I've noticed, are generally happier than people who don't. I know the hate for having kids is massive on Reddit, yeah, because half the people on Reddit can't find a fucking partner. And you know what? Anyone can do what they want. You don't have to have kids. But from what I've seen in real life, the people I know who have kids seem to live much happier and fulfilling lives. Yeah, I agree. They love being a parent and raising children. It brings them immense joy. Is it hard work? Absolutely. Do they seem more exhausted? That's for sure. I genuinely couldn't believe seeing my brother so happy Christmas morning with his children. It was practically magical how much joy it brought him when his kids were opening presents. He's told me before it's the hardest thing he's ever done, but it's the most fulfilling. I know several people in their late 30s/40s who have personally told me they now want to have children, or they talk about how unfulfilling/materialistic their lives are. Yeah, I agree. Like, I think having children is one of the most important things you can do in your life. Not that I want them now. I'll give it a few years. But, like, I don't know. Have you ever met, like, those old people that just never had kids and like they just have no one, like they just live a very, very insular, lonely life? Like, you don't want that, and it's hard, and you need to make sacrifices and stuff for to have children. But I think for the vast majority of people, it is worth it. Not that I have kids myself, so I can't really speak from experience, but it's just like, in my head, I can't imagine not having kids at some point in the future. Like, that is sort of what I'm working towards. Like, at the moment, I'm trying to find a house, and obviously the next step after that is kids. So it's sort of like something I'm working towards, being able to comfortably raise a family. But yeah, not now. Like 5 years time, maybe. I absolutely love catching a cold. There's few feelings in this world better than catching a very potent flu with an intense bone aching and a nose runnier than Usain Bolt. First, there's psychological... Mate, I'm not even going to bother hearing you out. No. There's nothing worse. What are you talking about? The scratchy throat, the blocked nose, like when you just wake up that morning, you're like, oh, fuck. And you know you're going to be fucked for the next, like, 4 or 5 days. I'll tell you what is a good feeling. Getting better from a cold. A great feeling is like when you have a horrible, horrible chest infection or something. It's so painful. It's horrible to swallow. You know, you've barely been drinking. You take antibiotics, and it's about on the first or second day after the antibiotics, you begin to feel a lot better. That's a great feeling. Being on the mend is a great feeling. Coming down with something, horrible. Absolutely horrible. Terrible. It is perfectly normal to avoid dating someone who plays video games as a primary hobby. I would agree. It's valid too. I like, that's just a preference. I spent many years of gaming Max Combat and RuneScape 500-person clan owner. It is perfectly reasonable to avoid dating someone who plays video games as a primary hobby, especially in multiplayer games, for the following reasons. Yeah, we're just going to read the headers of these. I don't want to read all of this. You can't pause every kind of game. Loose social connections. Lack of physical activity. If it's not multiplayer, it's essentially a solo activity. There isn't enough positive output. Time sink culture. Yeah, I agree. But, like, I don't think it's a bad thing. I just think, like, you know, like, if your preference isn't dating someone who fucking loves Counter-Strike and League of Legends, that's fine. Oh, I've actually thought about this. Dueling should be legal. Fuck it. Yeah, let's bring that back. The government should have no right to interfere between two consenting adults. So here is my 2 cents. Dueling should absolutely be legal. If 2 people agree to fight with weapons in a predetermined place under adequate supervision so that no one else is injured and no collateral damage, then they should. People already have enough of a license to kill themselves with gambling, alcohol, tobacco. What difference does it make if we throw one more on the list? Of course, there are going to be casualties, the friends and loved ones of those who decide to participate. But it is about time we do something different in this country. Having the most hot-headed and aggressive people, those who endanger innocent people with reckless anger, fight each other. It's a great way to release collective frustration of this country. Yes, I agree. Not because I'm like, oh, it'll be a benefit of society. Because it'll be fun to watch. Great entertainment. Going to the dueling arena and just seeing people fucking pop each other. No, but I fuck it. Why not? Why not? Let's bring back dueling. Cheating adultery laws should be enforced more heavily. It's not illegal, is it? It's just you're being a bit of a dick, right? If you cheat on your partner. I don't think it should be illegal. At least in the US, I feel like cheaters in relationships should just generally be punished. Yeah, but the punishment is more social than... I don't think the law has any business getting involved in things like this. There are literally no motives that stop someone from cheating in a relationship. Yeah, I mean, the sort of social what's the word? What's the fucking word? Ostracization. That's it. Ostracization. Social ostracization is the motive that stops people from cheating. Having their partner leave them is the motive to stop someone from cheating. Also, how do you enforce this? How do you fucking enforce this? Because people can be in open relationships. Like, the state has no business getting involved in something like this. That's nonsense. And I feel if it was more enforced to be illegal, it would make society a more happier and honest place. I think a worthy punishment for cheaters should be a fine or even jail time to stop people from being dishonest with their partner. No. It's just, I mean, I don't disagree that it's a bad thing to cheat on your partner, but it's just something that the state has no business getting involved in. That would be so fucked. Age to get driver's license should be 12. No, it absolutely shouldn't. United States specific question. Basically, kids are trapped in suburbs and anti-bike/foot infrastructure. It is too late to rip up the roads and make them wankable. Oh man, we got to make our streets wankable. Come on, guys. It is too late to rip up the road to make them walkable. Zoning laws should be imposed to change, and we can never pass pro-public transportation legislation. So getting kids driving is the next best solution. Absolutely not. Also, it'd be a great way to fight neatism and help kids escape abusive homes. Yeah, I don't think the answer to that is letting kids drive heavy machinery. I disagree. Oh, what? I prefer using bathrooms that others just used. When using an untouched bathroom, it's awfully cold. Your ass freezes with the cold embrace of the toilet, and you never feel quite comfortable on it. But with a freshly used toilet, the seat is naturally warmer, there's no frigidness, and thus makes it easier to go. The only drawback is the potential smell, but if the previous person only pissed, it's all upsides in toilet town. No, I can't bear that. No, if I ever need to sit down on a public toilet, I will get like several layers of toilet paper and lay it on the toilet seat. I pull my pants and underwear down before I fart. What? Even in public? I hate the feeling of farting in my pants. It feels gross and makes me want to change my underwear immediately after. I obviously don't do this when I'm in public. Well, that's good. But when I'm at home, I do this almost 100% of the time. The only time I will fart is in my pants at home is if my hands are occupied with a task such as cooking and I can tell the fart is going to be small. I just can't stand the thought of farting poop particles into my clothing then chilling on it. When you think about it like that, yeah, but fine, yeah, sure, why not? I like getting bit by mosquitoes. I get bitten by mosquitoes pretty infrequently, maybe once every 4 months or so that might have something to do with it, but I kind of enjoy the cathartic enjoyment of scratching itches a lot. I probably wouldn't like it so much if I got bitten more often, but as it stands, I kind of enjoy the pleasure of it. It's like when you rub your eyes a lot when they feel itchy and how good the relief feels. And some people might say you just like scratching an itch, not a bite, but I enjoy the way a mosquito bite gives me a definite itchy spot on my body. Like, I intentionally agitate the spot so I can get itchy and scratch it more. It might be worth mentioning that I'm autistic in the low sensory noticing way instead of often get sensory overstimulated way, but either way, whenever I see a bite on my body, I go out of my way to irritate and scratch it. No, I can't get behind that. No, sorry about that. I think we should be able to tattoo children. What? Well, I really want to read this person's justification for this. Under very specific circumstances, of course. Yeah, if it looks fucking sick, get it on them. If you have identical twins, you should be able to give one or both a tiny tattoo on the foot to differentiate them. I think parents can tell identical twins apart. I'm sure there have been millions of identical twins that have gotten switched because parents put them down next to each other, turn around and come back and forget which one is which. Now, that will happen no more. No, I don't think you should be able to tattoo children. The Middle Ages was the last good era of music. Oh, man. You know, like when people listen to Nirvana and they're like, I was born in the wrong generation, music used to be so sick. This person is taking that to the extreme. He's one-upping the Nirvana people. What I mean by that is medieval music is way better than today's music, in which I don't care for most of the hits on radio. Okay, right. I'm not going to listen to this person's justification. We're just going to listen to some medieval music. Okay, yeah, it goes hard. It does go hard. But I disagree. It's not quite espresso, is it? I want alcohol to be banned again. Boo! Boo! No! I want drinking alcohol to be banned again and wiped off the face of the planet. I think too many adults and stupid people act irresponsibly under its influence and ruin other people's lives that it can't be trusted to be in the hands of the public any longer. I don't think it really brings that much value to society, and while I get that prohibition failed and that people are still going to get their hands on it somehow, I can't help feeling infuriated and wanting something to be done. I kind of want drunk driving to be an automatic death penalty sentence. Okay, I agree drunk driving's bad. I think the death penalty might be a step too far, but I don't trust the government enough to actually want that. What do you mean you don't trust them enough to want that? I don't think many people want that. And I actually don't want to do the death penalty. I was just really angry when I originally wrote this. Yeah, I don't want alcohol to be banned. I fucking love alcohol. Right, well, I'm gonna leave it there for this video. Like and subscribe for a cheeky pint.